Excellency Irvin Laroque, Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, distinguished team members of the CARICOM Secretariat, Excellencies, dear colleagues. It is my pleasure and honor to be accredited in capacity of the first plenipotentiary representative designate of the Republic of Azerbaijan to CARICOM. In this position, I will put all my efforts and energy to build and strengthen the relation between your organization and my country. CARICOM is an important regional platform to promote democracy, strengthen regional security, and foster sustainable development in Caribbean region. And Azerbaijan pays special importance to the relation with it. Today, we all live in a challenging time. Upon initiative of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, a special session of UN General Assembly in response to the COVID-19 pandemic was convened on 3rd, 4th December 2020. Azerbaijan has so far signed 2 donor agreements to provide voluntary financial assistance to the COVID-19 appeal funds of the World Health Organization, $10 million in total. Recently, we joined Vaccines Global Access Facility, COVAX, with committed amount of $21 million. Via International Development Agency, AIDA, Azerbaijan steadily responds to the humanitarian crisis all over the world, and the Caribbean region is part of our activities and support. Azerbaijan is a constant supporter of regional cooperation and keenly interested in strengthening good relations and stability in the Caribbean region and entire world, and creating favorable conditions for the growth of economic and trade, cultural and educational ties. As a part of this initiative, Azerbaijan provides educational scholarship to the non-aligned member states, and we believe that via cooperation with CARICOM, these opportunities can be utilized even more effectively. The objective of ensuring a peaceful, just, and prosperous world is hardly achievable if the universal accepted fundamental values, norms, and principles, including those enshrined at the UN Charter, are overly disregarded and misinterpreted. Conflicts, prolonged foreign occupations, and the lack of accountability endanger peace and security. It's given me a pleasure to inform CARICOM that the illegal Armenian occupation of the territories of Azerbaijan, which was a threat to the peace and security in the South Caucasus and wider Europe, has come to the end. Azerbaijan regained control over its territories that were under the Armenian occupation for almost 3 decades, in blind violation of the 4th UN Security Council resolution. Taking this chance, I would like to once again thank the Secretary General and Secretariat for this opportunity to represent my country in this organization and ensure that we'll use all my energy and knowledge to build mutually beneficial relations between CARICOM and Azerbaijan. I thank you for your attention.
Your Excellency, Elkhan Polukhov, Plenipotentiary Representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the Caribbean Community, Ambassador Colin Granderson, Assistant Secretary General, Foreign and Community Relations, and other members of staff of the CARICOM Secretariat. Ambassador, I am indeed honored to accept your letter of credence and to extend congratulations on your appointment as the first plenipotentiary representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the Caribbean Community. I welcome your appointment as an affirmation of Azerbaijan's growing interest in formalizing relations with our community. It is a meaningful step towards greater understanding and cooperation between our countries. It is also the result of engagements between representatives of both sides over the years. These engagements have taken place intermittently in the margins of the United Nations General Assembly in New York and date back to 2011. During one such meeting, Azerbaijan proposed a memorandum of understanding which has been under review by our member states. It is my hope that during your tenure, Ambassador, this MOU can be advanced as some of the areas proposed for cooperation are of importance to the community. Ambassador, your accreditation comes at a time when the world is grappling with a major crisis. The crippling negative effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have created widespread loss of lives and livelihoods and plunged countries into social and economic disaster. The tourism industry has been perhaps the economic sector most significantly impacted by the pandemic. CARICOM, as the most travel and tourism dependent region in the world, has therefore been among the most adversely affected. It has devastated our small and vulnerable tourism-based economies in particular, resulting in high unemployment and significantly reduced revenues. Our recovery will only begin in earnest when we have access to adequate amounts of vaccines. The matter of availability and equitable access to those vaccines is of utmost importance for CARICOM countries at this time. Our countries have received supplies made available through the COVAX facility. We have also acquired doses from other sources. However, we do not have enough vaccines to allow for herd immunity in our countries. We have sought the assistance of a number of partners. We believe that more can be done by the developed countries to provide access to vaccines for developing countries. To this end, the community has proposed the convening of a global summit by the World Health Organization to facilitate equitable access to and rollout of the vaccines. The support of your government will be welcome in advocating for the global summit. Allied with vaccines, our economic recovery will be further bolstered by access to concessional financing from international financial institutions. At present, this is denied to many of our countries due to the criterion of GDP per capita. Indeed, this criterion hinders most of our countries, categorized as middle income, from benefiting from the COVAX mechanism on concessional terms. Our community strongly believes that vulnerability must be a primary factor in determining access to concessional financing. We hope that Azerbaijan will be a partner in supporting the development of a universal vulnerability index, which would replace GDP per capita as a major criterion for access to concessional financing. Even as we conduct this ceremony today, one of our member states, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is managing a disruption caused by the recent eruption of La Soufrière volcano. It has uprooted 1/5 of the population, made 1/3 of the country uninhabitable, and destroyed a significant percentage of its agriculture. Barbados, another member state, has also been adversely affected environmentally and economically by the ashfall from the eruption. Ambassador, our countries continue to combat climate change. For us in CARICOM, this phenomenon poses an existential threat. I note that the latest scientific report indicates that global warming has already risen by 1.2 degrees Celsius, which brings it closer to the 1.5 degree mark, which imperils our nations. The signs of danger are clear through the greater devastation wrought by the increased frequency and heightened intensity of hurricanes. In the coming weeks, we face the start of the annual Atlantic hurricane season, which adds another layer of threat for us as a community. We also experience periods of severe drought and unseasonal weather events. Our countries, although being among the smallest emitters of greenhouse gases, are among the most adversely affected by climate change. At the upcoming UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, to be hosted by the United Kingdom later this year, we look forward to the support of Azerbaijan for the positions put forward by CARICOM and other small island and low-lying coastal developing states since. Ambassador, our countries face many obstacles to our development, but we remain open to dialogue, building understanding, and cooperating in various ways in order to realize our aspirations for resilience and sustainable development. Azerbaijan has faced its own challenges as a country, and the community welcomes the opportunity to learn from your experience. As you assume your new role as ambassador to CARICOM, I can assure you of my support and that of the staff of the Secretariat during your tenure as we work together to strengthen the relations between CARICOM and Azerbaijan. I thank you.